Morning, Deviant, everybody else. I agree with you completely. It is about the questions, and also back to what Son of Nuwa was saying about organized 9/11 truth and the video that you were talking about this morning about how people conduct themselves on the street and individually when they're talking about 9/11 truth. I feel like we've been presented with a blatant false choice. A couple of them, actually. One is that either you have to believe that we've been told the whole truth and nothing but the truth by the government about September 11th, or you must believe that there were bombs in the buildings, no plane hit the Pentagon, 93 was shot down, Dick Cheney was behind the whole thing, and Bush organized it all as well. And that's just not the case. The fact is that, not being insiders, those of us that are asking these questions don't have a perfect understanding of exactly what it was that did happen. That's why the alternative theories are sort of secondary and beside the point. The real issue is an examination of what we've been told and whether or not that's true, and demonstrating conclusively whether or not that's true. And the media would present the idea that you have an either-or choice with the whole thing, and it's just not the case. Also, we've been made to believe somehow that it's our responsibility out here as citizens of the country and people of the world to explain the whole situation to you if we want to get any kind of answers to these questions, that it's somehow not the government's responsibility to give perfect clarity on the issue when 3,000 people have been murdered, and that's just not the case either. It was always their responsibility, and I feel like organized 9/11 truth has kind of accepted that punt, like the ball's in our court, because we said, okay, well, we have enough evidence to prove to you that something else happened besides what we've been told, and it should have always been about, wait a minute, why are you saying it's up to us? Why aren't you demonstrating your version of events? You're the government, you're the investigators, you have all the evidence, and a lot of it locked down and hidden away. So it's we've been going about it the wrong way, I think. And absolutely the American public has been presented with a false choice, and all we have to do is point that out, and as you say, look, it's not about the alternative conspiracy theories until you've looked clearly at what we've been told and seen whether or not it's true, or at the very least whether or not the government has proven it beyond to the exclusion of any other possibility. And to even suggest that they have is absurd. Apparently the NIST has changed their explanation of how the towers collapsed again. They're now saying that it was the exterior columns that failed first in the towers and brought them down. It's an assertion, and there are ways to test it, and those tests haven't been done. We haven't been offered any kind of experimental evidence or demonstration of what they express as a possibility or their leading hypothesis of how these things took place. And if you listen to the people that have been involved in these various investigations, NIST, FEMA, even the commission report, that their mandate was to form a leading hypothesis to try and demonstrate that what we've already been told is the case, to find all evidence supporting that what we've already been told, and we're told, as you can see in any of these videos out here, we're told from the street, from a guy in a Harley Davidson shirt and hat. He explained the whole thing within hours of the collapse of the buildings, and no evidence has been sought to, or no evidence has been allowed or included that does anything except for support this initial assertion Anything that has been inconsistent with it has been excluded, and that's what needs to be pointed out. It's not about proving that there were bombs in the buildings. It's about letting people observe that which is plainly observable, which is that they have not proven that the buildings could have, or more to the point, did fall because of the damage from the planes hitting them and so on. And every other issue within 9/11 Truth is the same. It is entirely their responsibility, and they've put it on us. And that's why when people look at 9/11 Truth and hear people talking about it so often, they're at liberty to say, well, where's your proof of this alternative theory? But nobody gets that initial step of saying, well, here's where the alternative theories came from, because you can look and plainly see that what we've been told is not the case. So the more we head back in that direction, the more we point out the false choice that's been presented and the way that responsibility has been illegitimately dropped on us, I think the easier it is to have someone look into themselves and say, you just ask them, do you believe that we've been told the whole truth and nothing but the truth about September 11th? Do you think we know the whole story, everyone that's involved? And no one says yes. They'll offer different reasons about why, but once you have someone recognizing that, oh yeah, wait a second, no, of course not. Of course I don't believe the whole thing. Well, you're a 9/11 truther, and you don't have to be associated with any organization. Just ask the questions that you have, and see what you can find out, because these questions haven't been answered. So I appreciate your support for the way I'm going about this. I observe you guys going about it the same way, and I think that the vast majority of people of the world are going about it the same way and seeing it from the same perspective. And it's unfortunate that the organized 9/11 Truth movement has accepted this trick of placing responsibility on us to demonstrate something contrary to what the government has asserted and not proven.